Thank you for accessing this informational video. Sangamon County and Hanson Professional Services are working on a roadway improvements project for Iron Bridge Road and Woodside Road within Sangamon County. This project includes the realignment of Iron Bridge Road west of its current alignment. It will cross the Union Pacific tracks using a new roadway overpass and a new roadway bridge. It will also realign the interurban trail to be on its own separate alignment. It will cross Woodside Road using a new pedestrian bridge, and it will go underneath Iron Bridge Road using a new pedestrian tunnel. This project also includes improvements to Woodside Road. Woodside Road will be 4 lanes with a center turn lane. It will have on-street bike lanes and sidewalks. Woodside Road at the crossing of the Union Pacific tracks will be an underpass. There will be a new railroad bridge over Woodside Road. This project will be constructed in phases. Phase 1 of the project includes the realignment of Iron Bridge Road. Stage 1 of Phase 1 will relocate the Pedigo entrance. Existing Pedigo Lane currently acts as a combination road to access residential and commercial property, and also is part of the interurban trail between Woodside Road and this commercial property. When it is relocated to the west, it will only act as an entrance to the residential and commercial properties. In Stage 1, we will also be constructing the detour for the bike path. Stage 1 will also include widening of Woodside Road west of the new intersection location. The current plans for the bike path detour show a 10-foot wide path with 10 inches of compacted aggregate. To ensure the safety of trail users, this path may be closed for up to 60 days for Phase 1 construction. Stage 2 of Phase 1 will be split into 2 substages. Substage A will include the construction of a temporary access road for Iron Bridge Road. It will also include the construction of the interurban trail on its new alignment. Construction for the realignment of Iron Bridge Road will also begin in Substage A, north of the Union Pacific tracks and north of the new roadway bridge. Substage B for Phase 1, Stage 2 will shift traffic onto the newly constructed temporary access road. We will also begin construction of the roadway bridge, the overpass, and the roadway embankment south of the Union Pacific tracks. This substage will also include the intersection construction of Iron Bridge and Woodside Road and the connection of this intersection to the existing Woodside Road. Stage 3 of Phase 1 will include the removal of the temporary access road. Traffic will be shifted onto the new Iron Bridge alignment, and the final grading and construction of the shoulders along Iron Bridge will be completed. Once Stage 3 is complete, Phase 1 is complete. When Phase 1 is complete, the intersection of Iron Bridge Road and Woodside Road will be opened. There will also be a new trailhead for the interurban trail that will be accessed off of this new Iron Bridge alignment. Also, the interurban trail will be open to trail users, and it will go through the Iron Bridge tunnel, and it will continue to cross Woodside Road at its existing crossing. There is a borrow pit that is used for both Phase 1 and Phase 2 of construction. It will be located east of the new Iron Bridge alignment, south of existing Woodside Road, and west of the Union Pacific Railroad tracks. In Phase 1, this borrow pit is used as an excavation area in order to furnish embankment material for the new Iron Bridge roadway embankment. In Phase 2, this borrow pit area will be filled back in with excavated material that is taken out of the Woodside Road underpass. Phase 2 of the project will include Woodside Road improvements. Stage 1 of Phase 2 is broken into 2 substages. The first substage includes the relocation of entrances, and the construction of Woodside access roads. We are also able to start construction of the drilled shafts north of Woodside Road and the temporary shoe flight track. Substage 2 will include construction of the bike path detour and the shoe fly track south of Woodside Road, and any remaining drilled shafts that can be constructed while traffic is still running on the roadway. The detour path for Phase 2 will also include a 10-foot wide path with 10 inches of compacted aggregate. It will be routed west of the current trail and will connect to the newly constructed intersection. It will then go south along the previously graded borrow pit and connect to the realigned interurban trail at the trailhead. Again, we are anticipating that this detour path and the trail will need to be closed to users for a maximum of 60 days in Phase 2. Stage 2 of Phase 2 will include the UP constructing the cutover tracks of the shoe fly. Once the shoe fly is completely constructed, the Union Pacific Railroad will shift their trains onto the shoe fly track. Once the rail traffic is shifted, we can begin excavation to the bottom of the bridge abutments. We can construct the superstructure of the bridges, and we can put ballast and rail on the new bridge. Stage 3 of Phase 2 will include the complete excavation of the roadway underpass and installation of storm sewer within the roadway. We will also construct the pedestrian bridge and remove the shoe fly track. During the Woodside Road underpass excavation, we will need to close the roadway to traffic. Because the roadway will be closed, there will be a marked detour route for traffic to get around the construction site. This route will include Woodside Road, Veterans, or Route 4, I-72, I-55, and Toronto Road. Once the Woodside Road underpass is open to traffic, we can begin roadway widening construction of Woodside Road between the underpass and North Lake Road. Traffic will be shifted to the north side of Woodside, and construction will be on the south side, which will include the south lanes, sidewalk, entrances, and intersections. Once Stage 4 is complete, we will move to Stage 5, which will include roadway construction on the north side of Woodside Road. Once Phase 1 and Phase 2 are complete, the project is finished. The roadway network is completely separated from the Union Pacific tracks, and the interurban trail is not in conflict with roadway traffic or rail traffic. With the completion of the project, Woodside Road's on-street bike lanes and sidewalks are still connected to the interurban trail. We will be constructing a bike path pavement connector that is connected to the sidewalks and the crosswalks at the Iron Bridge and Woodside Road intersection. This bike path connector will connect to the trail just south of Woodside Road and south of the pedestrian bridge. The pedestrian bridge will be a truss-type bridge, and this slide shows the view of this bridge from the roadway. In addition to roadway elements, the project also evaluated the environmental impacts within the project area. This would include noise impacts, wetlands, and threatened and endangered species. The blue circles on these images indicate areas where noise receptors were placed. Our noise study showed that there were no noise impacts for this project. There was a wetland identified between Pedigo Lane and Iron Bridge Road. This shows an image of where that wetland site was located and what it looks like from ground level. This is the area where the borrow pit will be graded, and we mitigated this wetland impact through wetland banking. There is an unnamed tributary that crosses underneath Woodside Road just west of Carroll Road. The image shows what this tributary looks like from Woodside Road. There's a second wetland site that is just north of Woodside Road in the figure shown. The image shows what this wetland looks like from Woodside Road looking north. There are also two tributaries that cross in this area that is just east of Carroll Road, and they cross underneath Woodside Road. The image in the bottom right shows what this tributary looks like looking southwest. This project is scheduled to be on a 2020 IDOT letting, with construction possibly starting in the later months of 2020. Phase 1 is estimated to take 14 to 18 months to complete. Phase 2 is between 16 and 20 months, meaning that the total duration of the project is estimated between 2.5 and 3 years. Land acquisition for the entire project is nearly complete. All of the property required to construct the Phase 1 improvements have been purchased. Property acquisition is currently underway for the properties needed in the Phase 2 improvements. Utility relocations have already started. You may have seen crews out in the field the week of April 7th. They were relocating an existing utility pole. And you may also see Ameren gas crews out in the field starting the week of April 13th. Once the Iron Bridge and Woodside Road project is complete, it will create an opportunity for the county to connect the MacArthur Boulevard down to Woodside Road. This future connection would be included in a separate project and is not part of the Iron Bridge and Woodside Road project. Thank you so much for accessing this informational video. We hope that it was of good information to you, but we would like to hear from you. If you have any questions, please go to this site and complete our survey. That concludes our video for Iron Bridge and Woodside Road. Thank you very much and have a good day.